Hello guys, in this class, I'm going to run you through all the outline that we need to know in this chapter. If you know Learnliftapp, for one thing, we are teaching directly and with the syllabus. That is why our series is called the 350 Gang. Are you seeing that? We've trained numbers of students. So 350 Gang is not a prayer point if you follow the procedures. And you see what I'm trying to say? Now in this class, let's take the outline. Everything in this chapter has been taught, and I'm going to show you step by step how we are going to run through the topic. So we're going to talk about what's the outline for your fraction, for your decimal, and for your interest. Now I know you're saying fraction, decimal, fraction is just common fraction, decimal is decimal, interest is interest. I laugh at you because you're going to see that in this chapter together, we have a total of 18 videos. Are you seeing that? Now, so how was the triangle of this chapter like? I'll start by telling you that first we're going to talk about what fraction. And fraction has 10 videos. We're going to talk about fraction, introduction to fraction, LCM, HCF. We'll go further we'll talk a lot as a single fraction, bod mass 1, bod mass 2, word problems, and so on. After that, we'll now go further to talk about your decimal places. Then we'll have 5 videos. When we say decimal, it's not just decimal places. We'll talk about your decimal places. We'll talk about your place value. We'll talk about significant figure. I spent time to teach significant figure. I gave the rules and I gave the past questions a lot, and everything has the notes. After that, we'll go further to talk about your percentage error, which has a lot of past questions. And after that, we're going to talk about your standard form, which JAMB also called your approximations. If you have checking your JAMB syllabus, you know that these guys are good. Do you understand? So after that, we'll now go further to talk about your interest, which has 3 videos. That means interest talk about businesses. Do you understand? We'll talk about your simple interest, your compound interest, talk about your profit and your loss. We'll go further talk about your rates, your ratio, and your proportion. This is how the triangle will go. Now that's why we are in the outline. Now let's first of all talk about fraction. Like I said, fraction has 10 videos or 10 parts. The first one talk about introduction to fraction, talk about LCM and HCF. We'll go further talk about your addition and subtraction of fraction, and we'll go further to talk about your ascending and descending order. You see how we are taking them in order, because introduction to fraction will be to LCM and HCF, LCM and HCF will be to addition and subtraction. After we go to ascending order. After that, we'll now stay on fraction. We'll now go further to talk about your bod mass 1, talk about your bod mass 2, talk about your single fraction, and talk about your special fraction. I give 5 bad cuts in this special fraction. All these things have been taught. Are you seeing that? So just follow, watch the class accordingly, and are you seeing that? Now, sit on fraction. Now we'll talk about what problem in fraction 1, what problem in fraction 2. Everything about fraction. That's why we say fraction has 10 videos. If you go to the chapter, you'll see it. Now, after that, we'll now go to your decimals. Under your decimal, we have 5 videos there. The first, we're going to talk about your decimal places. What are decimal places? How to know decimal places? The past question, your decimal places. We'll talk about your place value, your tenth, nth, then between your th and your nth. Are you seeing that? We're going to talk about that. Now, talk about place value. After that, we'll talk about your significant figure. I give 5 bad cuts. And these 5 bad rules are going to help you when you get to 100 level for science student, because you're going to do practical in 100 level. With the medical engineering, significant figure is really important in practical physics. Are you seeing that? After that, we'll go further talk about your percentage, error. Talk about percentage error. And so now talk about the last part here, which is called your standard form, or you call it your approximation. So standard form, JAMB also call it your approximation. We carefully treated them in each videos. So that's actually about decimal. That's also decimal has 5 videos. After that, we now went to the last part, which is your business part, talking about your interest. Are you seeing? Under your business part, talk about your simple interest, talk about your compound interest. JAMB specialized mainly on simple interest, but I'll also solve some past questions JAMB and Waec has asked on compound interest. After that, now we're going to talk about profit and loss. In profit and loss, talk about your profit and loss. Are you seeing that? That one is just profit and loss. We treated profit, we treated loss. And after that, we now went further to talk about your ratio, your proportion, and your ratio. In ratio, proportion, and rate. We now further talk about your rate, proportion, and rate. That's everything. You see, the chapter is long. It's a whole long journey. If you say you understand that, bro, go through the notes, go through the past question, invite a friend, and everything. I'll see you in the first lesson. We'll talk about fraction. But for now, I see my mom will say, Sir Emmy, peace out.